Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Corner. Today I'm doing an opening and contents video on Fallout Wasteland Warfare from Modifius Games. We just received this morning. Picked it up quite recently, so it's not bad. Not been too bad posting it from for lockdown. Well, that's gone well, hasn't it? Right, hold on a sec. Okay, as I was saying, I only ordered this like 2 days ago, so it's not too bad for lockdown postage, really. I came across this game the other day because a friend of mine who runs ProTech Models has just got some of the expansions in stock, and he linked me the base game for £35, and said that he himself could not get them in like for trade as cheap as that. So I thought I'd better just jump on it because there's only one left in stock. Here it is. It's got some quite amazing box art on it. Oh, we've got a bonus alien. Is that going to focus in? Bonus alien Zetan inside, which is nice because we've already saved so much money on getting the thing. We've also got a little extra. So yeah, the box artwork is really nice for a start. Let's take a look at the back. What's interesting about this game is that I knew nothing about this, but when I started playing miniatures game, I said that the Fallout board game they came out with a few years ago should have been a miniatures game, and well, here it is. So the contents: we get 12 pre-assembled multi-part hardened PVC 32mm scale miniatures, 24 large cards, unit, AI and reference, 100 small cards, item, boost, heroic, quest, perk, leader, explore, event and wasteland. That could get confusing. And 10 custom dice, 2 die-cut counter sheets, a 3 feet by 3 feet gaming mat, rules of play core rulebook, campaign handbook, and getting acclimated starter guide. Then there's a bit of description on the back. Modifius Entertainment there. Says it plays in 60 to 120 minutes, 1 player and 2+ players modes, recommended for 14+. I think that's more or less everything. It was designed by James Sheehan. And yeah, as you can see here, like all of the contents just laid out on the back, and then also there in the corner. So I'll get the foil off, and we'll take a look at this thing. It's got very good Fallout decals all the way around the box, really. Okay, so we got the plastic wrap off now, so we'll slide the lid off if it wants to come off. Modifius also have an Elder Scrolls game on the way, which is also very interesting, but implies to me that they must have done some deal with Bethesda, so I'm sort of holding out hope for a Wolfenstein game as well. I don't think there's much you can do with that, but it certainly would be cool. This lid does not want to come off. It's very, very tight fit. Okay. So there's the box artwork, really up close. I'll put this to the side here to cover up some of this random debris to the side. Then the first thing we get greeted with is this getting acclimated guide, which obviously has a lovely sort of Fallout style magazine vibe to it, you know, like in the actual games. That's basically for people who are brand new to wargaming. Again, I'll put that to the side to cover up some of this detritus around the sides. We have a list of erratas here, which is very nice, because it not only means they've acknowledged... Oh, there's nothing on the back. Not only means that they've released a series of erratas, but it also shows that they've literally included it. We've went back and put it into the original, the base game, so that's nice. You know, I've been playing the Doctor Who miniatures game, and there's a lot of erratas to that game, and you do have to go searching for them. That being said, there is PDFs of the erratas as well, if you know, if you need to read them digitally. We've got a big sheet of markers here, just trying to be careful not to pop them out. Again, this could get confusing, but I'm sure a lot of these are for campaigns and stuff. Most of it you're probably going to learn when you're a bit more familiar with the rest of the game. Again, another big sheet of markers. I don't really know what a lot of them are myself, so I'm not going to try and explain them. Next we have the map. This is based on the Red Rocket drive-in. I'm not going to be able to get... Oh, there's 2. Okay, well that's nice. That being said, it's not reversible, which is... Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. So it's in 2 parts. So this would be half of it. This would be 1 half. And then the other one would be another half. Now, here's where I've got an issue with that. It's bad enough already having one map without one of them, like in the base game, or without one of them even being reversible. Like, you get enough problems with these types of games and actually having like maps to play on if you don't have like all that stuff already, without the map not being reversible. Maybe that's just a petty little criticism of mine or not, I don't really know. But yeah, so we have the campaign handbook there. Again, very nicely, very nicely fitting the Fallout artwork and stuff. Very appropriate with all the like Fallout decals and stuff. It looks very good. You can sort of see some of the examples of cards on the back and such there. And finally, we have the rules of play booklet. Oh, look at that! Loads of plastic bags to store things in. That is delightful. That's great. Okay, so we have the Fallout Wasteland Warfare rules of play. Again, there is a PDF of this, so you can give this a read before you actually buy the game. I didn't bother because I'm just off my nut. And it sort of explains some of the counters and such that we encountered earlier on the quick reference on the back. So you can check that out if you'd like to learn what some of those were. We've got a large amount of plastic bags, which is lovely. Then we've got the plastic bag full of the custom dice for the game. Again, could be a bit confusing, could be completely fine. The game kind of looks like it might take a bit of time to get your head around, but I feel like that's because they've tried to include as much of the video games as possible. Then we have the pack of small cards here. It's actually quite a big pack of small cards, filled with the various card types that I read out earlier. And here you can see the large card types with an alien on the top, which is interesting. Again, they've not only like included the alien with it, it's not like an extra add-on, but they've like literally like they've thrown him into the card pack and they've given him a little crook there. So they've basically increased the amount of miniatures in the base game, which is lovely. It's also nice when you get a nice surprise and you know you didn't know you were going to get it. So yeah, we've got the aliens, and then on the back you can see AI responses, target priorities, and so forth. So we're not going to go through all the cards today. Don't think that's necessary. But first of all, we'll have a look at this little bonus alien. I don't know how well these are going to show up on the camera. Hopefully not too badly. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. You know, it's nice that he's already in the green plastic, so he, you know, looks like an alien. Next, let's take a look at the super mutants. This guy's gun looks like it's gotten a little bit bent, which is a bit of a shame. So you get 3 different super mutants. You might want to paint those rather quickly because they're all currently look like Hulk kind of colour. They all come pre-attached to scenic bases as well, which is very nice. Means you don't have to bother yourself with providing the scenery for them. And with the super mutants you also get 2 mutant hounds, which are pretty cool, to be honest with you. And I think the other one is slightly different, so I'll show you that. Yeah, this one's got its mouth open. So yeah, they're really not afraid to design a new sculpt in this game. I'm pretty sure, like here for example, there's dog meat. So there's dog meat from the base game. But there's also other versions of him. This is just him as a dog, nothing on him. The version that comes with the Sanctuary Hills Survivor Pack, with Codsworth and the male lone survivor, is the version of, it has dog meat with his neck scarf and such. So there's a couple of different versions of dog meat, but you know, he's different in all of them, so that's nice. I love dogs and such, especially in these types of games, so I'll probably be using him quite a lot. We've also got, let's go here, let's go over here to the lone survivor. This is the female lone survivor, Nora. The male lone survivor, as I said a second ago, comes in the Sanctuary Hills Survivors pack. On the bottom it says 2017 Bethesda Softworks. So she's a pretty cool miniature. Then we have one technician, but I'm not sure whether that's this lady or this guy here. Let's take a look at them. Oh no, yeah, it is this guy here. As a technician, because there is one male settler and one female settler. This is definitely the male settler, so that would make this the female settler. It looks a lot more geared for fighting, to be honest with you, than the male one does. She kind of looks like she's prepared. He just kind of looks like he's a guy who's picked the gun up. And finally, you get one Brotherhood of Steel initiate. This is a Brotherhood of Steel aspirant in T60 power armor. So he's very cool, and it means if you buy the starter set, you're already building up your Brotherhood of Steel army. It also means you've got a great start on a Super Mutant army if you want to play them. They have quite a lot of expansions, so to be honest, you could probably do quite a lot with them. But my favourite Super Mutant, Fox, is not in the game quite yet. So we'll put the Brotherhood of Steel guy back in. These particular, I'm just feeling like when I'm taking the minis in and out of these holders, the weapons are getting into some precarious positions, so you might want to be a bit careful with that. You might even want to take this insert out and just put them somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, you've got all your bags for holding your cards and stuff together. I don't think this was designed with keeping this in mind with the amount of bags you get there, but yeah. So there's the alien again. I don't know why I'm showing you that again. But last but not least, in the bottom corner here, you get a Deathclaw. Bright green Deathclaw. It's not a glowing one, unfortunately. It's just a regular Deathclaw. And what I think this does is adds an extra dimension to the base game, because it means you've got Settlers versus Super Mutants, or Settlers versus Deathclaw, or Deathclaw versus Super Mutants. Because as far as I understand it, this is probably a standalone piece. So I'm assuming you've got 3 different dimensions of you know, how you can play this game, which is interesting because they've done that with with an addition of a single figure. Obviously we've got the alien there as well now, but you know, rather than putting in like a third team or something. And where what stands out for this base game for me against others is that, first of all the individual pieces are different, apart from maybe the 2 Super Mutants, the 2 Mutant Hounds. The 3 Super Mutants are all completely different types of Super Mutant, which means you've got more variety going in. And then you've got more than 2 options for what team you can play as well. So, assuming this does work the way I assume it does. So, yeah, it's a different thing to just having 2 teams and they're all quite generic, which is a good way to get into things because it's less confusing, but you know, it is a bit more boring. But yeah, anyway, again, this is the Deathclaw. And I think that's more or less everything. Nothing under here, no. So yeah, so that is basically everything you get in this Fallout Wasteland Warfare starter set. Now we'll go and find out how it plays. Thank you for watching this content video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And like I say, if you are interested in this game, there's a lot of PDFs online of how to play and so forth. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.